Yeah.
but for the long term.
Yeah.
You know, he's in this funny position, as we heard when he made us funny, not difficult position. On the one hand, he has to say, things are terrible. The other hand, he has to give you some confidence. And there is this, even Warren Buffett lost a lot of money, but there are those who say, if you have it to spare, who has money to spare?
I mean, but it's a great idea.
It's for younger people, I think, more than people who, you know, really have to work.
First of all, there's a lack of confidence.
You know you're going to die
into the stock market. No, but it's a perception issue, too. I mean, look, anytime President Obama or his Secretary of Treasury has spoken, the market then has tanked right after when he was being negative. He said crisis, I think, 13 times in a speech, and then someone said to him, look, we need to start getting more positive. The market still went down after this last suggestion. I think the basic thing is there's a lack of confidence. People still think it's going to get worse.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, if you have...
Bush is still in office.
Who has money to put into it right now?
But I still think, and even though the market is tanked, they got a big poll. 68% of the people are for Obama. You got 40% of the people that are for the Democrats. 20 to 29% are for the Republicans. So there's a lot of people for Obama. He still needs to say it. It's a great idea. Any little bit you got, go and go ahead and invest.
I think that's really the message for. I think that's the message. But we had that message last week when we said, you know, because there was that whole conversation about Vegas and should people not spend money. But we said at this table, yeah, people should know that it's okay to spend money. Maybe not as much as you spent the last time, but if you can afford to go and do some things, you should get out and do some stuff. Because if we're all hoarding, it just seems like it's all going to go in the toilet.
This is a great way for young people. You know, before the stocks were so high, you couldn't even get anything. Some stocks were very high, but like now, if you
only do it if you don't need that money to live.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever little extra you have.
And don't think you're going to do it now and sell it in 6 months.
No,
if you're younger,
those days are
put it
over.
Away for
rainy day alone.
That's
that rainy
if
day,
you can do that, pay your student loans and also afford to get yourself something to eat tonight. Go buy a stock.
I think that what they're saying is if you have it, don't go do it if you don't have it. They're saying if you have it, you know, and you can do it, get out and stop hoarding and let's start rebuilding the economy. I think that's what they're saying.
But if you got to go between a pair of shoes and some stocks, you know, we don't need to go get
the stimulus package is a spending package.
Yeah, but we also have to be part of this. We have to be part of the stimulus. The American people also have to stimulate, and we all know how well we do that.
I find this very stimulating.
That's right. So we'll be back with more hot topics with stimulus. Sometimes get all wrapped up in my head. I have all these questions about judges and the justice system these days, and I wonder if you guys can follow me with this. How could a judge allow an accused $50 billion crook to wait for his trial in his $7 million home instead of his jail cell? I mean, isn't there some way?
And I think, though...
Okay, well, the judge cited laws, I'm going to read this, requiring defendants to be allowed to stay out on bail before trial. It's a law unless they are, quote, a danger to the community or a threat to flee. He's already been a danger to the community.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Unless they are currently a danger to community
Maybe the judge fears for his life.
A threat to flee. Otherwise, evidently, there is a law requiring defendants to be allowed to stay out on bail.
And I understand this law, but look what happened when he was allowed to stay, when they tried to get him out of there. He was able to mail out money and assets to other people. Yes. That is a danger. That he had the audacity to do that. That is a danger.
It's not just his home. That's where he's conducting, obviously, business.
You know what I think? I think he's a danger to his building. I mean, what if he Ponzi schemed some mobster or somebody who really has it in for him? Well, I wouldn't like to be in that building right now.
People are complaining in general about his being in. But according to the law, he's allowed to stay home. Bernie Madoff. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to say the guy, his name, because I figured everybody knew. But it doesn't even matter who it is. It just seems so odd to me. But I realize it's the law. And, of course, everybody is thought of being innocent until proven guilty. But somehow, I just think that's a big old fist in the butt to people.
But don't you love it that his wife just wants to keep all the money?
Yeah.
I mean, she has got more chutzpah than he does.
It's too much. Yeah. But what about this? Okay, there's a rabbi in Brooklyn who's been accused of molesting his daughter for years. He was allowed to cross-examine her in court for hours yesterday. Now, again, I understand innocent till proven guilty, but somehow it just feels so ethically awkward to me.
Challenge.
So,
Ding, 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 ding.
yeah.
Everyone has the constitutional rights to represent themselves in court and to confront any witnesses against him.
Right.
They must be mentally competent. You may wonder how a man can be mentally competent and accuses and do this to his daughter. The Beltway sniper, John Muhammad, commuter-trained killer, Colin Ferguson, represented themselves. Okay. The judges have an option. If it's a serious trauma to the witness, by confronting them, it can be tempered, whatever that means. But he still has the right, or he or she has the right to represent himself, and the Supreme Court has not yet ruled on this.
It's really unfortunate in this case because this girl, if you're, obviously we presume innocence in this country until otherwise proven guilty, but say that's wrong. Say the presumption is wrong, this guy is guilty. And years back, he held this girl against her will and allegedly had her under his control. So then what? He gets another opportunity to do that in the court of law? It just seems so... Absolutely. To hold her under control.
There should be an extra thing put into the law called the oh, by the way law. So that you say, you want to cross-examine your daughter? Sure. But oh, by the way, you're going to do it from another room. Because she shouldn't have to look you in the face. And we shouldn't have to wonder, because if you're on the jury, you're thinking, oh, my God, is he intimidating her? What is it? I mean, it takes the jury out. Isn't there something
that goes on when there's children? Like, you don't have to, can they question? Because she's an adult.
She's an adult.
I mean, there are people, as I said, who are defending themselves, and there are victims of where they've killed their sisters or brothers or children. You have the constitutional right to defend yourself. You may be stupid to defend yourself. What's that old thing? Anybody who has...
himself for a lawyer is a loser or something.
Something like that.
Well, I say get the by the way law, but
that might change now because people, the cost of attorneys, people might be representing themselves a whole lot more.
Let's go to a happy place. Come on, Cheryl, take us to a happy place.
Happy because Beverly Hills Chihuahua just came out on DVD and everybody is getting a copy.
I love that. And we will be right back with Dr. Phil, the real doctor.